Hi there. In this video, we're going to look at 5 different tips for using Microsoft OneNote. At this point, you're probably pretty familiar with the software, but might be looking for a few extra features to help you make the most of the software. So by the end of the video, you're going to know how to implement dark mode, how to change the background color of your pages, how to move and copy sections and pages, how to add printouts, and then lastly, how to link between different sections, pages, and paragraphs. So let's get started. Okay, so tip number 1 is using dark mode in OneNote. So you may see that I already have dark mode enabled on my OneNote here. That's because on my Mac I have dark mode enabled throughout. So on your Windows or Mac computer you may have the same, but you may want to change the setting in OneNote itself. So it's very simple to do so. So if you're on a Mac, you head up to the OneNote option, hit OneNote, and then Preferences. We're then going to click on General, and then we're going to tick this here. So it says turn off dark mode. So if I tick that, you can see we're now in light mode. I can go straight back to dark mode. So it's a good way if you want to have dark mode on your computer but not in OneNote, then you can tick that option on and off. If you're on a Windows machine, it's very similar. What you'll find is in the top right hand corner, you'll find 3 dots. You click on Settings, Options, and then under Color, you can select light or dark in the same way we just ticked the box there on Mac. Okay, so tip number 2 is how you can change the background color of your page. So I have a blank page here on my screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to View, and then I'm going to click on Paper Color. So when I hit Paper Color, you can see at the minute we've got no color selected, and then we have a whole host of different options that we can select. So select the color you want, and then it just helps to add a little bit of extra personality to your OneNote pages. So tip number 3 is how you can copy and move sections and pages. So we'll start by copying a section from one notebook to another. So the first thing you need to do is find the section that you want to copy. So I'm going to jump over to my other notebook, and I have this section here called History. So I want to copy this section onto Donna's notebook. So the way we do that is right click or secondary click, hit copy section to, and then select the notebook that you want to copy to. So in this instance, I want to copy to Donna's notebook, and then hit copy. So I should now be able to go back to Donna's notebook, and you'll see that the section has copied here. So this is really useful if you perhaps have various notebooks and you want to copy sections across them. You can also move and copy pages. So if I go into this digital technology section, I have this lesson 3 page. I'm going to essentially do the same thing I did with the section. So I'm going to right or secondary click. I'm going to, this time I'm going to hit move, because I don't want to copy it, I actually want to move it out of this section and into another one. I'm going to hit move page 2, and then I'm going to move it into my general section, and then hit move. So now if we go to our general section, you can see that we have our lesson 3 page there. Okay, so tip number 4, how to add printouts to your OneNote. So a printout essentially lets you see the document that you want to attach on the page. So as opposed to just simply attaching a document, you can actually insert a printout. So I've got a PDF here. So what you need to do is find the document that you want to drag and drop. Now, if I just drag and drop, if I hit we have three options. So upload to OneDrive and insert a link, insert as attachment, insert as a printout. So the more traditional way would be to hit insert as attachment, and then you just get a little file and you could double click and open it up. However, what we can do, particularly to take a step out of people actually having to click and open, is select the option. So remember, we find our document, we click and we drag and drop, and then we click the option insert as printout. So now you can go through the whole document without actually having to leave the OneNote page. So this is really useful if you don't have to send people off to different links and have them have multiple documents open. You can just simply insert a printout and they can look at it straight on the page. And this works best with PDFs, but you can also do it with Word documents. It will just take a second to convert your Word document to a PDF so it can insert it as a printout. Okay, so tip number 5, our last tip, is how you can add links to your OneNote. So this isn't links to external pages, this is actually links within your notebook itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this lesson 1 page is I'm just going to have some text. So I'm going to say link to history. Okay, and then I'm going to add another one underneath that says link to start coding. We're going to use these two small sentences as our links. So the first thing we're going to do is link to history. So you may have guessed we're going to link to our history section over here. And the way we do that is, now I'm on this history section, I've got my mouse hovered over. If I right click and then hit this option here, copy link to section. So I'm going to click that, and what that has done has copied the link to this section of my notebook. So now I can go back here, highlight my text, and then right click and hit insert link. And then where it says address, right or secondary click, hit paste, and then press OK. So you can see that has turned our text into a link. So if I hit that link, that takes me over to my history section. So again, a nice easy way that you could set up some navigation of your notebook to make it easier for people to find the correct sections. Now, I've set up a second link here because you can actually have links on the same page. Now, why might you want to do this? Well, if you've got a page that has a lot of text on it and you want people to be able to get to specific sections quickly, then this is where this comes in useful. So I have some text further down here. So I've got let's try coding with Swift, and this will start a whole section where they can start to do some coding. So what I can do is, now I have this box selected. Okay, so all I've done is just come and clicked. If I right or secondary click and then hit copy link to paragraph. So hit that, and then up here we do exactly the same as we just did with the link to history. So highlight, right or secondary click, insert link, right secondary click, paste, and then press OK. So what you can see is at the moment I can't see that text further down. So yes, I could just get my users to scroll all the way down, but if I add this link, if I hit that, what that'll do is just take us straight down to that section. So you can see it just makes navigation around your page or your sections a lot easier. And that's it. 5 OneNote tips that I hope have been useful for you.